Alright guys, unfortunately, we're finally here. We're finally at the video everybody's gonna be searching up because I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened, what they did here. Almost every other fight I can explain nicely what's going on. I can explain simply, you know, like what do we need to do? How do we dodge this attack? Denif is another beast. Denif, unfortunately, is another beast. I understand what's going on, and it's a mess. Unfortunately, it is a mess. But let's get into it. Preparation, of course, potions, wind orb, adaptation elixir, fairy cradle, also very nicely here. You want to stay alive as much as possible. Camp buff, gate of darkness buff, and we got an extra layer of protection we need. I recommend you guys get Fournier's fruit. 100 runs of Fournier's Dungeon, Guardian's Forest, I think that's what it's called. Not too hard to get. Very useful title. Obviously, you can take Eclipse as well. That's probably what I'm going to take. I don't recommend grinding Eclipse, though. It takes a while. But yeah, Fournier's Fruit, not too hard to get. 200 runs. I mean, not 200, 100 runs of this dungeon. Not too bad. And I highly recommend a lot of water resistance. I don't have the maximum, but maybe you want the maximum. Don't go too hard, though. Don't get too hard, though. You know, put a couple of water sockets into your armor. You know, up around 300 or so, maybe 500 if you're very paranoid, but I think around 300 or so is fine. But I think you do need this water resistance because of what this dungeon entails. But let's go into it. Man, I'm gonna go without auto Q buff, huh? I gotta. So the main gimmick with the Denif fight is he'll have this mana shield. The mana shield goes away like normal damage. Think of it as a second HP bar. He has a debuff immunity while this water shield is on as well. His main attacks is what you'll see. Yep, there it is. Those ice missiles. Those ice missiles are one of the only attacks in this game that are undodgeable. The only way you can dodge those ice missiles if you're already intangible, meaning you already used an Obtent Abrasion or you've already used the skill. Is there a tell for the attack? Kind of. I'll try to show it off here. Oh, that's a different attack. Oh man, talk about getting one shot. Man, see how that killed me even in hell mode, normal mode, even with 30% adaptation? Fun. Alright. There you go. He'll do like a kind of like a wave with his hands, and you saw I dodged most of them except for one of them. If you see that gem form under you, that means a laser will form, but he doesn't laser one that often. Man, I already died. There it is. It was delayed. That's fun. Man, this fight is this fight, huh? Alright, let's start it up again so I can talk about every fight. So that was me explaining the ice missiles. If he waves one of his hands and you see crystals form, try your best to be in a skill or be using a skill because they will avoid you. Because lock-on skills can't lock onto you if you are intangible using a skill or Obtent Abrasion. Alright, what else does he have? Yep, ice missiles. And anytime you got a freeze debuff, you got a debuff on you, that'll make you slow, as you can see here. The way you get rid of it is jumping. Oh my goodness, please. The way you get rid of the debuff is jumping. So anytime you jump, you'll get rid of any ice debuffs that are on you. Man, I died again. But the ice missiles put all 4 on you, so be very careful if you're doing this solo. I do not recommend doing this solo. Please go with a party. Please go with a party. But if you are, this is just something you'll deal with. Ice Tornado is very, very tough. It'll drag you, and it'll drag you into any ice missiles or any ice traps on the ground. If he puts his hand up and you see a sigil on the ground, this ice crystal will form. And as you saw in the last fight, it one-shots me. Somebody with like 20% plus adaptation in a 30% adaptation dungeon. If you see this crystal form under you, and if you see this ball form under you, run away from it. Just kind of always be moving, just kind of always be using your skills. That crystal is still there above me, as you can see the little flying thing right here. That means a laser should be forming, but I think it's glitching right now. There it is. That ice beam is honestly his strongest attack. Also, it formed under me. So that ice beam will tick you a little bit, but it goes through your iframes. So if you get killed by the ice crystal or ice missiles, or if you're frozen right now, they'll still keep ticking you down. That ice laser is very annoying. Also, I know this explanation is bad. I'm just doing my best. We're still talking about the attacks. I haven't talked about damaging him yet. And whenever the bubble is under you, you saw that bubble attack earlier, it'll create a pool that'll slow you down. And as well, with these ice glaciers, if 3 ice glaciers form, there you go. That has a chance to explode. he might explode them soon. And they will do a lot of damage when they explode. I'm not sure if he does it in phase 1. I actually haven't got this far in phase 1, just kind of going in. Oh my goodness, please. Alright, here's the bubble attack. Bubble will form under one player, and then it will leave a pool that will slow you down. And there's the ice tornado. It's a mess, honestly, guys. It's honestly such a mess. I don't know why this fight is as it is. Almost every other fight. Oh, ice glacier formed under me. Oh, I somehow escaped it. Yeah, if you get frozen and an ice glacier is under you, that's kind of GG no re. Dodging this ice laser is annoying too. Like, I'm kind of doing my best, but again, I have a lot of defenses. And look at that. I can't even see the twister. It's really bad. It's honestly really bad. So, with the laser, what you want to do, kind of, is try to bait it down. Because it will kind of hit you. It's just... good luck. Good luck. There you go, I dodged the ice missiles, but they came back over me. So let's actually try to do damage to him. Let's actually somehow try to do damage. So in phase 1, you'll just want to do... Oh my goodness, please. I might have to auto-queue into this, because I can't really do anything here. It's honestly... I know I'm saying this a lot, it's a mess. Just do your best, mash your skills into him. Don't do this solo. Please don't do this solo. Look, I already died, this is just normal mode. I know I didn't come with auto party buff. Always come with auto party buff. I don't even know if I can beat normal mode, even without auto party buff. This fight is that annoying. It's not even difficult. It's just annoying. Like, he just spams way too much. Like, he just spam everything. And certain attacks will overlap with each other. Like, there's no cooldown he has in between his attacks. It's just complete and utter nonsense. I don't think I can beat this fight. Because his barrier is way too much right now. And again, he's immune to debuffs with the barrier on. But his hitbox is bigger when he has his barrier. As you saw, the thing formed under me, the ice glacier. Look for the ground as well. Look on the ground. You gotta look everywhere, unfortunately, in this fight. You gotta look on the ground. You gotta look around you. You gotta look everywhere, man. And you gotta be aware those ice missiles track you. It's not a good fight. I love all these fights except for the Denif fight. I love all these Master Road fights except for this one. It's a mess. I can't say that more. Did I throw the wind orb? I did throw the wind orb. I think I'm gonna die again, actually. Look at this. See how many potions I'm using in just normal mode, and we haven't even gotten halfway through. Also, you would think Denif's HP would be lower because he has a mana barrier. No. His HP is not lower than normal. It is just normal. I think I will be able to get past phase 1. I'm just kind of tanking through this right now, unfortunately. I'm not doing this in the most intelligent way, because there isn't really an intelligent way to do this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some gimmick about Denif. Also, something cool about Denif if you're Raven. If you Shadow Step immediately, you might be able to keep him in the middle, but I think that only works for parties. So, there you go. He'll teleport to a random spot, and he will begin his spam. He will begin his spam. I'll try to show off his ultimate attack. It's not too hard to dodge, but he can get you. Also, again, watch the ground. That glacier is a one-shot even to me, and I have very good defensive stats. So be very, very careful. Also, as well, if you have the ice debuff, the triple ice debuff where you're standing still, as you saw that I have sometimes, if the warning message appears, that is a one-shot. So again, if you have 4 ice debuffs, you will stand still. Ooh, that laser's tough. So what you want to do with the laser kind of is go down, go up, jump above it, and then go to the other side. But again, he might stop you with his ice missiles because, as you see here, all of them procced onto me, and I just kind of had to stay still and take laser damage. I'm just trying to get to the ultimate attack, and then I'll try to auto party buff, because I can do it a bit better with auto party buff. Again, glaciers. Oh, also, when he does his bubbles and the little ice traps are on the ground, they will form into glaciers when he wants to, and I just got caught there. Oh yeah, you saw the glaciers explode. Those are the glaciers exploding. Be careful of that. Alright, this is his ultimate attack. Highly recommend you take off your UI so you can see it. It's just like the Gaia attack. There'll be a gap in between, but you'll have to dodge 3 of these compared to Gaia, which you only dodge 1. Watch for the gap, watch for the gap. I highly recommend you take off your UI because you kind of can't see the circles if the UI is on. And then make sure you fall down because, oh yeah, he still has this barrier. This as well. The barrier will not take more damage. So make sure, a technique that's good is to have his barrier very low before his ultimate attack, and then when he starts getting knocked down, you can just kind of kill it. I'll show it off here, but I honestly just kind of want to die. So, also when he says rise, that's a good thing to know when his glaciers are about to appear, so watch your feet. Alright. This fight's a mess. Unfortunately, this fight's a mess. My advice is low. My advice is low for this fight. It's mostly good luck. Be aware. Try to keep in flow of being in front of him and using your skills, because that'll help you dodge ice missiles. That'll help you dodge the ice tornado because it won't drag you as easily. But that ice laser will still get you. So be very, very careful. All right, so let's talk about grinding capabilities. Wind, aura, arm, ornament, artifact circlet, artifact armor, and water wears away the stone. Water wears away the stone is not a good force skill. It is not good at all. Like I told you, armor is not the best. Circlet is decent, but there are other dungeons that will give you circlet. Water, aura, ornament is good for certain builds. There's other builds that use it. An older build I used to use it, so I have it here. But again, you're getting marks, so you can just craft it. Honestly, guys, I would not recommend grinding this. I would not recommend it. People can grind it. People be like, "Oh, he's not that bad. What I do with my friends." If you can do this dungeon fast, if you can do this dungeon easy, you know, more power to you. But I cannot recommend this to people. I personally cannot recommend people do this fight for grinding. Do not recommend it. Do not recommend it at all. But I'll still try to do a fast run. I'll try my best to do a fast run. I've had to do this dungeon like about 30 times trying to grind it, trying to get this title. So I will try my best. I will honestly try my best to try and grind him. But my best is the only thing I could recommend. Because this fight's a mess. This fight's a mess. Again, the best advice I can give you, if you're trying to actually do the fight, is stand in front of him, use your skills as much as possible, be cognizant of the ground around you so you dodge the glaciers, be cognizant of the laser above you. If the laser starts to form, I would just try to dodge the laser, focus on dodging the laser. But it's a mess. It's a mess, and I'll do my best. Ice missiles will probably go after me. Okay, only one of them went after me. Nope, they still went after me because I didn't use my skills fast enough. Be jumping as well, so you can have the debuffs off you, but sometimes you just don't have the opportunity. Glacier formed under me, I think. Nope, it was just ice missiles. And sometimes it's hard to see his attacks because everything is blue here. Oh, by the way, this is why I stacked ice resistance, because the time you are in that kind of glacier, that's the bubble, the time you are in the kind of glacier when you get all the debuffs on you is lower if you have more ice resistance or water resistance, I'm sorry. Alright, phase 2 please. So yeah, this is me doing a fast run, and I'm still getting hit by everything. Because that's just the nature of this fight, unfortunately. It's easier when you have more people, but it is very, very annoying to solo. So I don't recommend it. If we do the shadow step thing again. That didn't work. So yeah, just try to stay, I'd like to stay above him and under him, kind of thing. Because it gives me a good visual, even if he gets covered by skills, like my own skills. He's teleporting again. Rise, so that's glaciers, but the glaciers aren't under me. Oh, there's a laser, you see? Again, if the laser spawns, just try to avoid laser. Because that could happen. Again, you can potion as well while that's going on. But be very, very careful. Bubble is forming, just run away from bubble. You can super armor through this as well, like if I do super armor dive and get past that. But it's a lot to deal with. Grit your teeth, get through it if you need to do it. Do not recommend doing this. All the rewards you can get in other places. Do your best. Do your best. Because this fight is something. Alright, again, I want his barrier to be low, but I don't want to break the barrier. So around here, I want to stop doing damage. Get him a bit lower. There we go. Stop doing damage now. Alright, again, Wind Aura will eject. If you have 3 debuffs, you will auto die. So yeah, he even has an auto death thing. I know, how can this fight get worse? That's just this fight. Alright, super attack. Make sure you stand on this platform, because there'll be blizzards here, and those blizzards will one-shot you, and pretty much kill you. Alright, dodge once. Again, make sure your UI is off, it just makes it easier. You don't have to, but it makes it so much easier. 1, 2, 3. Jump down. Let me get my GOE going on. Crest the Master Road. Break the barrier first. So again, you want to break the barrier and then throw your Wind Orb. Break the barrier, then throw your Wind Orb. If you throw your Wind Orb too early, you won't get him, and there he's dead. Ay is the best way I can describe this fight. 250, we take those. Like, even this swing of best is the 204. It is a fight. That is the best thing I can tell you guys. That is honestly my best advice is dogpile him, be aware of all the attacks, have some good water resistance, and good luck. That is the best thing I can tell you. His rewards are still good. Like, circlets are good. Water ornament is good. But there's just so much garbage attacks you have to deal with. There's so many things coming at you that it is doable. You saw me do it. You saw me do it solo. But you saw me get hit by a lot of things. You know, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's definitely the hardest thing. And when you're grinding, if you start dying a lot, if this becomes undealable and you're just like, I don't want to do this, don't do it. Honestly, don't do it. There's other dungeons that give you circlets. Gaia gives you circlets. You know, we already saw that. There's going to be some other fights that give you circlets as well. If you don't feel comfortable doing this fight, don't do this fight. That's the best advice I can give you, but it's still doable. It's still doable, as you saw. There's a lot to dodge. It's still doable, but that is the Denif fight. Unfortunately, that is the best advice I can give you. Hopefully this advice was useful. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Maybe you guys have your own strategies for Denif that I don't know. With me, with Denif, I was just like, I'm going to get this 150 runs over with. Just do it as fast as possible. Maybe you guys have a strategy. Please put any strategies you have for Denif in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next time for one of my favorite fights. Probably my favorite fight in all of Master Road is the Adrian fight. And I will see you guys in that fight.